In this class, let us learn electromagnetic induction. We know that moving charges produce magnetic fields. Now let us learn moving magnets produce electric currents. Let us consider a magnet. It is moved towards a coil. The coil is connected to a galvanometer. When the magnet is moved towards the coil, the galvanometer shows deflection, which indicates the presence of current in the coil. When the magnet is moved away from the coil, then also galvanometer shows deflection in opposite direction. That is, a current is induced in the opposite direction. Now let's see the experiments of Faraday and Henry to explain the electromagnetic induction. In the first case, when the magnet is moved towards the coil, a current is induced in the coil. If the bar magnet is replaced by another coil C2 and the relative motion between C1 and C2 induces a current in the coil C1. In the third case, a varying current in coil C2 induces a current in coil C1. So let us conclude that electric current is generated by varying magnetic field or magnetic flux associated with a coil. So what is magnetic flux? Magnetic flux is the total number of field lines passing through a surface normally. It is calculated as B dot A or BA cos theta. And the unit of magnetic flux is Tesla meter square. It is also known as Weber. Since it is the dot product of two vectors, flux is a scalar quantity. The area vector is normal to a surface. So in this case, B and A, both vectors are in the same direction, or theta is 0, or the flux is maximum. If the area vector makes an angle theta with a magnetic field, then the flux is given by BA cos theta. A change in magnetic flux induces an EMF in a conductor. The flux can be varied by varying magnetic field or the shape of the coil in a magnetic field, that is the area of the coil, or by rotating the coil in a magnetic field, that is by changing the orientation theta. According to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, an EMF is induced in a coil when the magnetic flux through the coil changes with the time. The magnitude of the induced EMF in a circuit is equal to time rate of change of magnetic flux through the circuit. So the magnitude of the induced EMF is equal to d phi by dt, where phi is the magnetic flux. The induced EMF is equal to minus d phi by dt, and the negative sign shows the polarity of the induced EMF. If the coil has n number of turns, then the induced EMF will be n times d phi by dt. The polarity of the induced EMF is given by Lenz's law. According to the law, the induced current opposes the change in flux that produced it. That is, when the north pole of a magnet is moved towards the coil, the magnetic flux associated with the coil increases. So the coil repels the magnet So induced current flows anti-clockwise so that the polarity induced is north. Like poles repel. So in order to move the magnet towards the coil, mechanical work has to be done. And this mechanical energy is converted to electrical energy. So this electromagnetic induction is in accordance with law of conservation of energy. When the south pole of a bar magnet is moved towards a coil, the current flows clockwise so that the polarity induced in the coil is south, or the coil repels the magnet. When the south pole is moved away from the coil, the current flows anti-clockwise so that the polarity induced in the coil is north. So the coil attracts the magnet. So in order to move the magnet towards the coil or away from the coil, work has to be done against the repulsive or attractive force. And this work done in moving the magnet is converted to electrical energy and finally dissipated as heat energy. Now let's see the induced charge. Induced EMF is rate of change of magnetic flux. And EMF is equal to IR. And current is rate of change of charge, delta Q by delta T. So we can write delta Q is equal to delta phi by R. The significance of Faraday's discovery is that charges in motion can exert force on a stationary magnet. Similarly, a bar magnet in motion can exert a force on a stationary charge. So we can conclude that electricity and magnetism are related to each other.